Hello friends, welcome to LabTechs. My name is Nasir and along with me Dildar sir is sitting in front of me holding the camera. And today we have a very interesting case study. However, we have uploaded it in the YouTube earlier in Hindi version. Now today I will demonstrate you the same case study, and the very common problem comes in the very uncommon motherboard. So come here and see. This is the Clevo motherboard, and as you can see here the part number is 6-71-E4120-D02. So this is the Clevo motherboard, and very rare model, but whenever it comes to you, it is really very tough task to repair these types of motherboard, because what is the disadvantage of this motherboard? When you plug in, you will see that a particular IC will burn again and again. However, you use this IC as many times, it will burn, it will blow up. Along with this, the free of cost, your IO will be burn also, and rapidly this thing will occur in your motherboard if you change either of the IC, or if you change it together, despite the board will not be success. So if you want to repair these types of problem in this particular motherboard Clevo model, so different types of model also comes, E5100 also come, E5121 also come. So there are the varieties of models in this same Clevo model, but always you will find this IC on this point also on nearby the DC jack. Sometime you will get it nearby the DC jack. So earlier when I uploaded this video, it was burning nearby the DC jack. So it is the IC which name is P2808A1. So this is a switching IC, and this is switching the VIN voltage to the VIN for the motherboard, and also this is the on off switch. So this is the uniqueness of this IC, that the single MOSFET which seems a MOSFET, that is the hub of a IC which is transferring or which is transmitting the 19 volt into OT for the motherboard, and also this is combining the on off switch from the switch to the controller IO. So all the load is on this particular IC, and consequently this blow not all the time. Now let me inject power in this motherboard, and you will see the amperage load. So I have injected the power here. Now you see that what is the load, and I cannot dare to touch this motherboard, because what is the temperature of environment right now in India, in Delhi? 34 degrees Celsius is normal temperature, room temperature. And now let's come to this IC, and I think I must check SIO. Now 44 degrees Celsius, you can see 43, 44 is going up. So I cannot dare to touch with hand. So what I will do, now you can see the mark. If you zoom it, here you can see a burning point. Okay, so it is blown out from here, and this IC which is the switch 19 volt and on off switch. So here you can see the marking of the burning point. Now what I need to do, altogether I will remove the both component, and I will replace the new IO. As you can see, I have brought the new IO also, and on this point I will not use the IC. I will do some manageable work. You will get to learn that how can we manage this to repair this IC. So let me reach to the schematic. So in the schematic, what you have to remember, that from the this is the pin point of PU3. So if you search the PU3, the same marking is on the motherboard, but this is the disadvantage. When you search PU3, there must be a space between the three. Okay, so what we need to do here, we need to use a diode between the pin number 2 to pin number 8 in this way. Okay, so that the reverse voltage cannot reach to the your adapter area. And the second thing what you have to do, this is the power button, this is the power switch button. Now you can see the power switch button. 3 number pin to 6 number pin you have to connect a jumper wire. This is what you have to do, and merely by doing this two thing on the on behalf of this particular IC, which is P2808A1, you will get your motherboard on very easily. Otherwise, if you try to change this IC, I have also brought it from China, A1, C1, B1, all types of IC I have used, but nothing works. So instead of using this IC, you better to use the manageable work. Okay, so this is what you have to do in the motherboard. Now let's come and remove the IC first, and then we will today most of the case we have received here, this is the burning case only. Now you can say my setup, the burning ward. So this is the point from the track. Now you can see here, this is the MOSFET condition. So it is completely burnt, and the track is removed. So I will have to make a jumper wire from the gate to the core IC. Okay, and I have to make a jumper wire from the drain side to the capacitor. This is the case I have received. Also one case I have received here also, the 3.3 and 5 volt regulator is burnt. So today my setup has become the burning ward. Okay, and also the PCH is short in the same motherboard. So this is the Dell motherboard, that is the HP motherboard, and this is the Clevo motherboard. Now we are going to remove everything from the motherboard which is short and which is burnt. Okay, so you have to remember one thing, that if you only try to remove IO, or if you try to replace the IO again and again, the same situation will occur in your board. It will get burned once again. So if you are going to replace the IO along with that, what you have to do, you have to change this IC as well. Okay, I have removed this one. Now let's remove this also. Okay, so now let me fix the point. You will get to learn how we replace the controller IO. So there are the some tricky point. You just don't have to use too much hot air gun. Instead you use soldering iron. So first you just clean the track. Okay, so you have to make it smooth so that every pin must be equal. Your paste plays a vital role to clean up or to fix the IC properly. So now let me clean it. Okay, so the surface is clean up. Now let me bring the IC, and you have to see the mark first of all. Now you can see here, this is the marking, an indication of pin number 1, and always it is cont anti-clock. Okay, U type it is cont, always any IC is cont like this way, but sometime some pins are not cont like this way. Like if you talk about this Wi-Fi connector, it is cont odd and even 1 2 3 4 like this way. Okay, even the RAM slot it is cont like this way, 1 2 3 odd and even. But if we talk about ICs, so it is always cont like U type. Now there are the two, now you can see here there are the two markings. If you are beginner, if you are new in this line, so it will be very much helpful to replace the component in the motherboard, especially if you are going to change the SIO. So the small round is the indication of pin number 1, and the big one is, you just don't have to care about the big one, you have to care only a small one. This is the pin number 1. You have to target on the pin number 1 on the arrow side. Now so what you have to remember here, you should not try to fix it with the help of hot air gun. Only I have persisted on its place so that it should not move here and there. And now let's do one thing, that it must be the pin must be on its track. Okay, now all the things will be done with the help of your soldering iron. So paste you have to apply, and after that what you have to do, you have to paste, you have to apply the paste like this way. Okay, you don't care that the paste are on the pin, it will be removed. Okay, very gently you have to clean the surface like this way. Okay, now I am going to clean my tip. Now you can see here I am going to clean my tip like this way. Okay, and what I will do, I will use the paste once again so that all the extra solder area will be removed. Now see, it has been removed. So earlier what I was doing, I was using some solder wire. Now I am just cleaning it. Okay, now you can see here I am just cleaning it. Earlier my target was to use some solder on this point, but now I am just going to remove it. And if you get any difficult to remove this like this solder, here you can see there are some solder on this point. So what you do, you take the Goodwick, okay, desolder wire, and you just fix it on this place like this way. You just don't have to move here and there. Okay, it will remove all the extra solder from the pin. Now let me clean up. Now you can see you have to care only one thing, that the two pins should not be connected together, otherwise it will deal with a great problem in your motherboard. Maybe sometime the keyboard will misbehave, or sometime you will not see that laptop is getting on, or any types of problem could be happen in the motherboard, and each and every pin must be connected on its place. So this is the one point I have done. Now as you can see that properly it is fixed, and now it's turn off this particular switching IC, which is switching 19 volt. It is transmitting 19 volt to the motherboard, and also pin number 3 to pin number 6 is the on off switch. It will not on if we do not connect the wire on this point. So what we will do here, first we will connect. This is, now you can see here the pin number marking, the marking of this side, this indicates that it is the 1 number pin, and now if you count it U type or anti-clock, then it will reach 8 number pin here. So what you have to do here, pin number 2 to pin number 8, pin number 2 to pin number 8 you have to use a diode, a normal silicon diode. I am using from the R23 motherboard. This is the AMD motherboard, or you can take out any silicon diode. So this is the diode I am going to use here, and on the pin number 3 to pin number 6 I will use a jumper wire. So now let's come and do the job. So first, how you have to do this thing. Now this is the area of anode and this is the cathode. So I will have to move the voltage from anode to cathode. Okay, so the same way I will do. From I have to move it from the 2 number pin to pin number 8. I have to move it from 2 number pin to pin number 8. So let me keep it on the pin number 2 first, and I will make a jumper wire from the cathode area, because it is a very tiny diode. Now, so what I will do, I will make a jumper wire from here to here. So let's do the same job. Not necessarily you can use here any type of wire. Let me use some solder wire. So it is going to bend. Now I have connected it from the pin number 8. Let me cut it. So it is connected now, and one more thing I have to do here. I have to connect pin number 3 to pin number 6. So you can use here any type of wire, okay, because there is no chances of shorting. The small wire you have to use. Okay, it is done now. So let me clean the surface. Now you can see what I have done here. I have connected 2 number pin. I kept this diode anode side on the 2 number pin and the cathode on the pin number 8. I have to move the 19 volt VIN voltage to VIN1 on the pin number 8, and I have to move the on off switch from the pin number 3 to pin number 6. Okay, so now let's come and check the board. Now let me inject the DC power supply. Now you can see that the light has come on this place, as it was showing shorting on this point. 360 milliampere was the load, and nothing is getting heat now. What I need to do here, I have to switch it on. Let me turn it on, because now you can see that this is the switching area. Let me show you. This is the place where you have to check the supply, that do you get the switching voltage on this point first of all. Okay, and let me set it on the voltage, and now you would be able to see the voltage. So remember one thing, you just don't have to hold multimeter like this way, because this is not ground. Ground is only on the surface. Okay, so you have to hold this hold like this way. So just see the voltage. So here we are getting 3.3 volt, as you can see. Now let me turn it on. So Now you can see that it is turned into green light. Now you can see here, and I think I am not using, maybe the BIOS has been done. Board is on completely. Somebody has done the BIOS also. Somebody has tried to change this BIOS also. You can see the marking. So without doing this work, also something is removed from this place, you can see. So I haven't done anything as of now. Only I have done the work which I have demonstrated you. But earlier somebody has tried. Somebody has tried to remove this capacitor and done the BIOS, EC BIOS and the main BIOS. But let's see further what could be happen. But now it is on properly. Now you can see that the green light, as soon as I will inject the power into the motherboard, you will see that orange light is glowing on the motherboard, and as soon as I turn it on, you will see it change into green. Now it is turning on, but after some time maybe it is getting off due to the bad BIOS. So I hope this case study you have enjoyed a lot. So now let me fix it. I will disclose you what I have done here. So friends, I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and you have got to know a lots of tricks, and the theory as well as the practical you have came across. And if you really want to improve these types of skill, so you can join our video course. There we have described all these things, the manageable works as well as the logic concept of the laptop repairing. Because you can only use the manageable works when you understand the logic concept of the motherboard. Like how can you use the tricks in the gates if the gates are missing, and how you can make your own switching of the MOSFET. So there are the various variety of the things we have introduced there in our video classes. If you are interested to join our video course, then you can contact on the given number. So if you really like this video, so please like our video, and if you are not subscribed our channel as of now, so please subscribe it, and also hit the bell icon button so that you will be notified time to time, because we upload these types of crucial information of the laptop repairing tricks, and all the concepts, the good concepts of the laptop repairing, we time to time upload in our channel. So keep on watching, keep on loving. Thank you for watching this video.